Hey stalking, I am in my new house. But no, don't look yet. It's not ready. We still have some unpacking left to do. I'll show you around when it looks like we actually live here. Instead, I want to keep the discussion going on YouTube communities. So, in Greg's last video, he talked about how he was surprised at the depth of these communities that came out of YouTube, and I made a comment on that video about how I was kind of surprised that any communities came out of YouTube, because YouTube's really not designed well for starting communities. That prompted Ralph Ratman to ask what I would do to make it better. Which is a fair question, but first I want to talk about why I think it's such a bad platform for building communities in the first place. For starters, YouTube has just completely removed features that I thought used to be really helpful for starting new communities. Like, you used to be able to pick a category, like music or vlogging or anything like that, and you could sort by new, so you would see the new videos as they were uploading. I think for a while it even had a feature where they would pop up in real time, like as videos were uploaded, you would see them show up. So in a sense, that kind of put you on the same page as everybody else on YouTube. They would see your first video on the same new page as they would see some larger vloggers' 150th video. But I can kind of understand why they had to remove that, because now more than an hour of YouTube video gets uploaded every second, and there's no way you could have a page up that just showed those videos popping in. You would never be able to click on anything, and it would be completely useless. So I understand why that feature went away. It's just a side effect of the sheer volume of YouTube, but it was really cool when it was there. YouTube also used to have the ability to post video responses to vloggers. So you would post a video that responded to their video, and it would get posted on their video as a response, which meant not only did you get to reply to the video poster directly, other people got to see your reply as well, so it let you sort of participate in the community while also sort of using this existing audience to maybe bring some people in to look at your videos. It would be great if this was still an option for smaller channels, but again, with the management aspect of having to control the 6 billion hours of video that are uploaded every single month to YouTube, I can see why they wouldn't want this system around anymore, because it has to be super complicated to try to manage all of those videos and then link them to each other appropriately. Interestingly enough, Google actually gave a reason for getting rid of response videos, and it wasn't the technical hurdles or anything like that. Their reason was the stunningly low effectiveness of response videos. Basically, for every million chances there were for someone to click on a response video, 4 people did. So as much as I like the idea of response videos, I have to admit that they weren't really game-changing, and for a lot of people they probably weren't very effective. But I think YouTube was at least in part to blame for that. Like, they never really showed off the feature, and a lot of people didn't even know it was there, so I think when they saw that response videos section below, they thought it was just another related videos, and they didn't really pay any attention to it, and maybe didn't realize there was any community interaction even going on. Rather than scrap it altogether, I sort of wish YouTube would have just tried to fix it. And whether they were effective or not, about the closest thing you can do to that now is to post your video and tag someone in it on Google+, and that's only going to show it to the content creator, and it's only going to show it to them if they actually pay any attention to their Google+ alerts. The thing that YouTube got rid of that really baffles me is the little bar that used to show up above the videos that let you move back and forth sequentially. It was really great for something like Vlogbrothers that's been around a long time, because let's say someone sends you a link to a 2010 Vlogbrothers video. Now, before, you used to have this little bar up ahead, so you could click the video, you could watch it, and if you wanted to watch more, the next one was right there, and the next one, and the next one, and so on. Or if you needed context, you could move a few back. Now, for whatever reason, you can't do that anymore. If it was part of a playlist when they sent you the link, it'll autoplay to the next one, but if they sent you a direct link to the video, that's not an option anymore. So maybe you can try to find it in the sidebar and hope that the next video actually shows up as one of the top responses. But in my experience, Google will give you like 4 in a row where the next one is the next one, and then the top response will just cycle you back to where you started, and all the other responses will be like 2 years into the future. So they made it hard to get to the next video from a video, but surely you can go back to the creators page and find it there, right? Not super easily, it turns out. If the channel creator has actually made playlists to divide them into years, that's kind of useful, but if they haven't, you just have all of their videos to go through, sorted from newest to oldest or oldest to newest. And in the case of a channel like the Vlogbrothers, somewhere in 2010 is going to cause you a lot of scrolling, loading 30 videos at a time until you finally get to the section you need. Unsurprisingly, Google's philosophy for finding content is based around searching, and they brought that philosophy with them when they acquired YouTube. They do this with Gmail as well. There aren't really that many options for sorting your mail. Google really views sorting as an outdated organizational method. They deal in searching and tagging and finding what you need instantly, and that's a really great way of looking at it if you know what you're looking for. Finding content on YouTube is very easy. Discovering content on YouTube, not so much. Not to mention that their search results, related videos, and recommended videos are all based on viewing history, so if you're trying to find a channel that doesn't have many views, there's not a lot there to point it to you. And really, that's why I don't think YouTube is a really good site for communities, because it's not built for them. YouTube was built to host videos. Their job is to make it easier for people who make music videos and movie trailers and celebrity interviews. They want you to be able to log into YouTube, find those quickly, interact with people who are very profitable. And I don't think that's a bad thing, I just think it's something that's important for us to keep in mind when we wonder why YouTube is doing these things. It's because really, a lot of those features aren't for us. But that being said, it's not like YouTube isn't aware of the fact that there's these communities that started on their site. I mean, they sent a couple of reps to VidCon when I went there last year. I'm assuming they were probably there this year as well. But it still seems pretty clear to me that while they do like having these communities, it's not really their biggest concern. Like last year, they had this rep there who was at a panel with smaller channels, and he asked them, what could we make that would be most useful for you? And like 9 out of 10 of them responded, we want nested comments so that the replies make sense, so that we can actually use the comments to start conversation. The rep promised it was being worked on and it was coming soon. What we got was Google Plus integration. It works, more or less, but it's far from ideal. My point is that YouTube comments still do not facilitate conversation very well. And it doesn't help that YouTube has a reputation as having the worst comment section on the internet, which means that people are coming in without really caring that they're making things worse. It's why we still have people posting first on videos, and we still have a bunch of useless spam and personal attacks. There's just no incentive to get better. And even in large communities that are well-founded like Nerdfighteria, their comment sections can devolve really quickly within a few hours after the video is posted, and if you have a small community, it's really easy for one bored kid to just completely ruin everybody's day by trolling. So that's why I never commented on YouTube for a really long time. It just felt kind of pointless. Since the average YouTube comment seemed to have such little value, I believe that all YouTube comments had little value, even anything that I would post. But in the end, that's why I've been so impressed with some of the YouTube communities. They started organically because they had to, and all the extra effort involved in keeping them moving was what makes them still strong today. Really, when it comes down to it, YouTube just got there first when it came to online video. They did it better than anyone else, and everyone flocked to them. It's sort of like this McDonald's that I used to go to at 2 in the morning with my friend Martin. It's not like we particularly enjoyed McDonald's food, it's just it was 2 in the morning and there was nothing else to do, so that's where we wound up most of the time. And I'm not exactly proud of the fact that we were regulars at McDonald's, but in the end we had a lot of fun, and it wasn't because we went to McDonald's, it was because we went somewhere. So in the end, maybe I'm just being nitpicky, and I should just be happy that we have a place to go to at all. And Ralph, I just realized I didn't really answer your question as far as what I would actually do to make it better, but hopefully you kind of get the idea. I mean, a lot of really great stuff has come up because of YouTube. It's just that I think there's still a lot of room for improvement, and I really hope those improvements come either from YouTube or from another site, assuming anyone can ever manage to wrestle control of the online video world from YouTube, which I don't see happening anytime soon. Alright, so that's it for my YouTube rant. I promise that next time you see me, you will see more of my new house than just a desk behind me. I'll see you then.